So my name is Jack Voorhees, and I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I've never had a job, so I really don't know any other way. I'm a fifth-generation entrepreneur. My grandfather started his business in 1934 during the Depression, still alive and thriving today, even after he's gone. My father had his own business. My mother, my grandmother, she ran nightclubs, and she was in a band with the guy who wrote Heartbreak Hotel, Tommy Durden. My aunts and my uncles, everybody's an entrepreneur. Of course, now entrepreneurship is kind of sexy, right? I mean, you hear about it a lot. You hear Shark Tank and you hear all this stuff about entrepreneurship being sexy, but it was just the way. You know, we didn't call ourselves entrepreneurs. I started my first business when I was 21, and I started a sign business, and all my friends told me I was crazy. I lived in Michigan. They were all going to work for GM. You get, a job at GM or Ford. I mean, that was the thing. You were set, and that just wasn't for me. And actually, the sign business was really successful because by the time I was 24, I was able to buy my house for cash. So that was a kind of a sweet position while my friends were still working on the line and all that. So yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business advisor, I'm a web developer. I have a business called Big Cookie Websites, where I make websites for people. I do marketing consulting. I'm a podcaster. I'm in 2 different podcasts. The Perfect Business Formula, or the Perfect Business Podcast is one, and the other one is called Empower 11, which is on iHeartRadio. I don't know how long this is going to take, so I'm going to have to kind of speed through this. So, first of all, anybody have one of these? Could you show of hands who had one? Anyone?
Back when I had an IBM Select.
Right. So none of you had one of these? Am I the only one that ever had one? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So what about this? The brick phone, So I sold my sign business and I got into the wireless business. Everybody said I was crazy. They said, those things will never take off. I don't even like to answer the phone at home. Why would I ever carry one? My in-laws came over, tried to talk me out of it, said it was the biggest mistake in my life that I was making, getting into the wireless business. And then, I'd tell them things like, okay, well, we're going to be able to text on our phones. And that just kind of blew people's minds. Like, why would I want to text when I can just pick up the phone and call them? That doesn't make any sense. We're going backwards. What's next? Are you going to have Morse code to my phone where I can go dot, 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 dot? And then next, they were asking me for phones that they could text better with, right? And then we got to the iPhone, and the first version, and the version I have now in my pocket, And next, we're moving on to this. So it's easy to see change in technology. We can watch it. We can really visually see it. But what about our businesses? What about the way that business is being done? It's kind of harder to see. There's still a lot of old-fashioned ways, some of them good, some of them not so good. We have new ways of doing things that we can really leverage technology. Whoa, this thing's a little sensitive. But most importantly, how does this affect you in the way you do business in today's times when things are changing rapidly? Anybody have one of these? This, right? I get these, and they show up at the door, and then I put them in the recycling. It's not that they're not effective. They're still somewhat effective, but not like it used to be, because now we have Google, right? And how are we Googling things? We're Googling things on our phones. Google the coolest guy in marketing, and I come up. It's a little late.
That's a very cool picture too.
I tried something different. All right, okay. So and I don't like slides with a lot of text, so we're going to fly through a lot of slides here, okay? So what happens when people are searching for your products and services? And I think we have to look at things differently, because a lot of people, when they started marketing their business and their business name instead of the products and services that they offer. And that's a mistake. Here's local. We have, you search for a locksmith in Lompoc, and you're mostly going to search it on your phone. You're probably locked out of your car, you're locked out of something, you need a locksmith, and boom, he comes up right away. You click on his website, and it's a mobile responsive website. Very important. If anybody has a website here that is not mobile responsive, it's going to be a huge issue starting next month, because Google is going to say, hey, if somebody's searching for your website by a phone and you're not mobile responsive, we're going to show the other guy first. So it's big. See this big green button right here on the screen? That's money. That's the color of money right there, because people click that and he makes money. So he's getting 2-3 phone calls a day, and he just started, by the way. He just started in business. The guys that have been here for years and years and years are not getting the results that he's getting. And he's promoting the product first and not the name of his company. So what are people typing in? What do they physically type in when they're searching for your products or services? And it's a clue. It's not the name of your business.
Right.
They're typing in what they need. So, and then how are we contacting our customers? How, the old way of, trying to get getting the mailings. Now, these are still effective. They are. I'm not saying they're not effective, but there's another way of doing things as well. I mean, that's a 2% response rate that you're going to get from those. And then we had to pay for the printing. We had to pay for the postage. We might have had to pay for the mailing list. Keep all that in mind. Email is a great way to stay in touch with customers. 3% click-through rate that you get. But it didn't cost you. It didn't cost you the printing. It didn't cost you the postage. You were able to send them out whenever you want, whenever you have an idea, and timely. You don't have to wait. Like if you're going to promote, something comes up and he's like, wow, I have a really cool thing to promote for my business on Friday. It's Wednesday. The other option's out. A lot of people are doing this wrong. They're not taking advantage of it, and they're doing it wrong. Now, if you're collecting email addresses and you're not using a certified service to send your emails out, and I'm not talking about Gmail, I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about a service that makes sure that you are spam compliant. GetResponse is one of them out there that I recommend. You can write that, MailChimp, yeah, there's a lot of them out there that range from $12 and up to, mine is $300 a month. Facebook ads, highly targeted. You can target Facebook ads. I could target women between the ages of 41 and 44 that are married, have 2 children, love knitting, and live in Lompoc. I don't know.
Do you know what the response rate is for Facebook ads?
For Facebook ads? It's completely different it's completely unique to how you're doing the ad. There are some really clever ways of doing Facebook ads. A promoted post is better than a traditional ad. Offering something for free, so you're getting on your website, giving them something for free, and getting them opt-in. I mean, those are highly effective. Something that's time sensitive, that's a really good thing to, and plus your targeting. How well are you targeting? And with Facebook ads, here's how I know that I'm doing something good. Okay, if I got a Facebook ad and I run it and I see that people are liking it, that's great. But are they sharing it? And if the shares are down here and my likes are up here, that's not effective. If my shares start getting up higher, now I know it's taking on its own viral energy. And if the shares start getting up there, then I know that's money. I'll put more money into that ad because I know that that's the kindling that's going to start this big fire. We spent $230. We had 180,000 people see one of our Facebook ads. We had 700 opt-ins, 700 Facebook likes, and people bought our products. Let's talk about cake, because I love cake. So I'm using an example for cake here, okay? So Mary loves cakes. She loves making cakes. She remembers making cakes with her grandmother when she was a little girl. And, you know, she takes so much pride. She has parties, makes cakes for people, special occasions. People say, you should start a bakery, right? That's the traditional way of doing it. So the traditional way is you would look for your, you know, where would be a good location for my bakery? And then you find a spot, and then you got to do the construction and stuff, and that can get costly, can't it? Easily go over budget, right? It's like take your budget, multiply it times 3, whatever. Yeah, so you know all the reconstruction that has to go and the time delays. You're not making any money while this is all going on. You get your sign, have your grand opening, and then she finds, oh, I got to deal with payroll, inventory, employees, bookkeeping, taxes, long hours, advertising, dealing with customers. All these things have nothing to do with making cakes. She doesn't have any time now to make any cakes. She's got to have her employees make the cakes because she's dealing with all this stuff, or she's got to hire people to do this stuff. So now she hates making cakes. Right?
Don't blame her.
It can suck the joy right out of the thing that you love and why you wanted to start your business in the first place. Here's somebody else who loves making cakes. And she loves making cakes so much that she makes YouTube videos about her cake making. She's got almost 900,000 subscribers. This video alone was shown over 500,000 times. That's how many times it was viewed. And then she has a website. You send your traffic to your website. There's no opt-in here. That's a mistake. She's not collecting their email address. And the way she's advertising, that's kind of a mistake too. This has nothing to do with cakes. These are one of those follow me ads. Like, you know, so I'm here, I searched this ad came up. Why did that come up? Because it's me that searched it. If you went there, this would be a completely different ad. So this has to do with internet marketing and automation software and stuff. That's what I'm into. That's what I love, you know. So what's the icing on the cake is that she's making money. In a non-traditional way, she's making money. She's making money on her YouTube video views. You can get between $2 and $6 per 1,000 views is what you can make with YouTube views. That's a business. This is the only social media platform that pays for content. Facebook, you put your content on there, they're not going to pay you anything. You upload this same video to Facebook, you get nothing. But here you can get paid for it. And she also sells a little ebook, digital downloads. Who said digital downloads earlier? Here? You? Yes? Ding, ding, ding. That's awesome. Love digital downloads. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So then, you know, she gets paid for her advertising. There's a couple ways to get paid for advertising. You can have affiliate links where she could advertise things about cakes, you know, like the proper pans, the cookbooks, the whatever it is. People click on those and they go and buy, and she gets a commission. It's a nice thing because she doesn't have it's no stock, just all of a sudden checks. And then she can have a course. She has a course on decorating cakes. So people pay and they get to watch these videos and they get to download materials and stuff on making the cakes. Somebody that you remind me about this. This is a model that I see for you. You make sweets at home. You make all kinds of candies and stuff. There is no reason that you cannot do this. And you don't have to pay a lot of money. How much does it cost to start a YouTube channel? Right. Boom. Boom. Okay. Local. Trail and Mountain guy. Daniel Callahan. He's your neighbor, right? Okay. So he loves the outdoors. Incidentally, if there's any misspellings on here, it's because I can't spell. He loves the outdoors. He loves everything about it. He loves the camping. He loves the gear. He loves, I mean, he just loves being out and doing the adventures. So his idea was to open a high-end camping supply store. So what do you think, what advice do you think I gave him? Said reduce the risk. Starting a traditional business is costly. Start a YouTube channel. Here's his YouTube channel. 63,000 views here. And so what's happening now is manufacturers are sending him for free gear to review. GoPro send him all this stuff. You know, I mean, he's got more stuff showing up at his door than he can review. And then he puts affiliate links in the descriptions. So when people go to click on that to buy that from his review, he gets a commission from it. And the way products are, you know, the products themselves are changing, right? Things are evolving. I mean, anybody ever have an 8-track tape, right? I think I had that particular tape, that Fleetwood Mac tape. It's really sensitive. And then the way we buy them is changing. How many people went to a record store recently? Not very many. I don't even, I mean, they're like very few and far between. Anybody been to a Blockbusters lately? So, you know, technology is changing the game, but it's also making it easier for us. A book now, instead of traditionally printing, traditional publishing, we can self-publish ourselves. It can be on Kindle, it can be in paperback. Anybody here of 50 Shades of Grey? That was self-published originally. A publisher couldn't touch it, and the stigma about self-publishing is like gone. You know, if you have a book that you want to write and you want to get it up, you don't have to go the traditional route of getting a publisher. Like if you want your book on Amazon or in bookstores by Christmas, the traditional ways, forget it. But if you have a book and you want to publish it this weekend on Amazon, you can do that. These companies are taking advantage of the way technology is changing. So the products are going digital. Digital downloads. That's a great thing to do. If you have a digital download, you're not stocking it, you're not manufacturing it, you don't have to service it, no shipping. I think I got ahead of myself. So what does this mean for you? Opportunity. If you're a realtor, this is just one of the examples. It doesn't matter if you're a realtor or not. But if you're a realtor, you could publish a guide in Lompoc about how to save thousands of dollars when you buy a house, or how to make the top value for your house. You have this guide. It's a free digital product. You have it on your website, put in your name and email address, and it shows up in your inbox. Now you have a hot lead, and you put yourself in a position of authority. You're the one that wrote the book on selling and buying and selling homes in Lompoc. You are the authority. Why am I going to go to someone else? This guy, Joe Polish. So he's a carpet cleaner, and he's having a hard time. He can't make it in the carpet cleaning. So he actually he published a book or a guide on carpet cleaning, what homeowners have to know about carpet cleaning, how they're getting ripped off by regular carpet cleaning, by this, what you really need to know about it. And his business exploded as a result. So he created a program to help other carpet cleaners do the same thing. And through his program, his course, his online course, digital, he became a multi-millionaire. And he's seen as an authority in marketing now. And he does marketing now for this guy. From a carpet cleaner to doing the marketing for Virgin. So you can make your technology work for you. You can use your knowledge, your experience. You can make that work for you. You can leverage it in a way that will really promote you. Take advantage of technology. There's advantages to digital products. We covered that a little bit. There's a low barrier to entry, to make a digital product versus some kind of physical product. High profit margins. In fact, if you have a digital product and you're spending money to advertise that digital product, then say you have a course that's $127 and you're spending $100 in marketing to acquire a customer, you're totally great. You're making 27. It's like if I said, hey, give me $100, I'll give you 127 back, and you do that, you say, you want to do it again? Yeah, of course. It's rinse and repeat. No manufacturing, no shipping. And what kind of digital products can you sell? Anything that you can basically read, hear, or watch. You could sell webinars or recorded webinars. You can sell teleseminars. Here's some numbers to kind of help you wrap your head around some of these things. Now, it might be difficult to kind of picture like, oh, what could I do, some kind of digital product. Everybody here knows something. Everybody has some knowledge that they could use to leverage themselves. So you could take your knowledge and you could record it into a teleseminar series, and you could have that available for $47. And if you sell, a little over 2,000 of them, you'd make $100,000. You could have a membership website for $17 a month. You'd only need 490 people to join that to make $100,000. So this is just kind of get you to expand how you think a little bit. Whoop. There's a guy recently wrote a book called 1,000 True Fans. And he was like, his whole philosophy is like, hey, if you can get 1,000 true fans to spend $100 a year with you, you can make $100,000. But it also breaks down to $8.34 a month. If you get 1,000 people to spend $8.34 a month with you, you could make $100,000. There's another local person. She has an online course. People have bought this course from all over the world. Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's like, so that's all money that's coming in from all over the world that is getting spent here in Lompoc. So when you think about your business, you could limit yourself by thinking, how can I service just these people in Lompoc? Or you can think about, how can I expand it and have a less costly way. It's more costly to market right here in town than it is to market worldwide. When you market worldwide, you can target those people, like Ann targets. She targets fans of Eckhart Tolle. Anybody hear Eckhart Tolle? Okay. So he's in the help kind of stuff. And there's another guy, Wayne Dyer, he's in it. And, we tested it, and Eckhart Tolle did better. And then women did better than men. And then the age, you just test small amounts of money to say, who is my target? Who is my ideal avatar of a customer? So when I showed you the locksmith guy, so he's doing well with his locksmith stuff, and he's being a locksmith around town. He's probably the busiest locksmith around because of the way that he markets and everything. But he could develop a course on how to be a locksmith. He could market that course. He could possibly make a lot more money targeting that than he ever could being a locksmith. The guy who has the bike shop here in town, so he's making money doing the bike thing, but he could have a course about how to start a bike shop, how to start a profitable bike shop. So keep those things in mind. And this is Ann on iTunes. Actually, I joined her on this one, and these are digital downloads. She recorded this in our office. We added some background music to different meditational tracks that she has, and put them up on iTunes. They sell for $9.99 for the album, and we get $6.08 of that. You can also get them physically too on Amazon. So no heads exploded yet? We're all good? Okay. So Ann can wake up in the morning, feel inspired about some dream she had, write it up, record it, buy some background music, some royalty from background music, place it in her recording right on GarageBand, right on the computer there. That's the whole recording studio in that computer right there. And have it up on iTunes in a couple of days, selling it. So thoughts becoming things that turn into money. And not only is it the money, it's all the help, all the help that it's been for people. I go back to our course. She gets testimonials every day, people that are just so thankful about her packaging up this content and how this course has helped them. So on Facebook, emails, constantly she's getting these things. I mean, you read a couple to me just today that you got. Somebody just sent her a message, just said, all it said is, I love you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It was a legit woman that was following my work. So.
Yeah. So I'm honored to be teaching the first class here next Tuesday. They don't know it yet, but I'm sure it's okay. So next Tuesday I'm teaching a class. There's no cost, 6:30. And show up here. It's going to be like hour and 15 minutes. You're going to be able to ask real questions. We're going to get your questions answered. We're going to really cover the things that can help you to market your business, to maybe develop a business, maybe develop something you never thought of before. So I'll be here. Make sure you're on time. You want to take advantage of this, and yeah, go ahead.
How long is the class?
An hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can help you with anything you want to cover about the online world. Yeah. Go ahead.
Can you
Yeah.
help people with search engine optimization of their websites or blogs?
Yeah. There's a trick to search engine optimization, and I'll give you I'll let you all in on a secret right here. It's people build their websites on the name of their company and not the services they provide. if you built your name on what people are searching, if you had a domain name that, okay, let's use the example of here. So I came here and they said, okay, yeah, we're building our website, lompoclaunchpad.com. And I said, is that what people are going to be searching when they want to have shared office space? And they're like, oh, no, but we could maybe manipulate, put the meta tags and the this and the that and the keywords and all that kind of stuff. But I said, well, let's build your website on lompocofficespace.com, take Launchpad and forward it and mask it like an 800 number. You just forward onto it. So people that type in, that's what we'll advertise, Launchpad, lompoclaunchpad.com. But really, the site is built on lompocofficespace.com.
So the domain name is actually Lompoc Office Space?
Yes. Yeah.
But what you see though is.
Yeah, but you don't see that. You're seeing.
How do you do that?
It's really not very hard, but so have it not. You don't have to have your name be what you build your site on. I deal with chiropractors all the time. They'll say, hey, Life Chiropractic, Pure Chiropractic. Nobody's searching that. They're searching Lompoc Chiropractor. Okay, we'll just have it be lompocchiropractor.com. Get the
require two domain names?
two domain names, yeah. So you have the one you advertise, and then you have but you actually build it on the actual, and that's, that's the best thing you can do for search engine optimization. You can pay people hundreds, thousands of dollars and not get those kind of results. So
So would you show me how to do that?
yeah, show up next week and.
So can you do it reverse, like if you already have your website, then you can buy other domains and have them forward to
Can you
what you
change
already
Yeah.
have as your domain name?
What you build your site on needs to be the one that has the keywords in the URL. That's what you build it on. You can forward other things, but that's only like having an 800 number that forwards to a local number. It really doesn't help you except have something small that people can remember and is catchy. And there's no reason to have a lot of them. It doesn't help you.
Can you have multiple .coms to forward? from?
Yeah, you can, but it does.
If your business is cakes and hats and cats?
Yeah, but it doesn't help you that much. It's only the name that you're advertising. It's what you build on that really makes the difference. If you build on the site that has the keywords in it,
You're already there.
I got thecoolestguymarketing.com. Now you type in the coolest guy in marketing and I come up. That's just, and I built that website. There's only 2 pages on that website. I didn't have to put a whole lot of content, and I got it done, and it was like 2 days that I started coming up. Any other questions about marketing, digital content, websites? Yes.
How do you get your traditional website to be more mobile app friendly?
It's
Does
got
that come from your provider?
it's got to be built that way. It's got to be
built that way.
yes, and if it's not built that way,
Some HTML set up, then you have to go back to your
I build all my websites on WordPress, and the reason I do that is the same reason we carry smartphones. There's an app for that. So instead of having to pay a developer to put that green button across the bottom for the call thing, there was a free app that a free, what we call them plugins, and that's the same thing as an app that I put on there.
Source code drop in or cut in.
Drag and drop.
Drag and drop.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Right.
Well, with WordPress, yeah, there are drag and drop builders, and I use them. That's what I build in. That's what I hand off to my clients so that they can easily build, so they don't have to call me all the time and stuff. And yeah.
I have another question.
Mhm.
YouTube and Facebook presentations, I don't know about Facebook. I watch YouTube all the time, it's a great source. They don't have a problem with you advertising commercially your business. And
No.
Facebook doesn't have a problem advertising your business commercially.
No,
And
no.
Do you foresee that they're gonna change that and charge for advertising a business on Facebook? and-
Well, they do charge for advertising
They do
your
charge.
business on Facebook if you're running ads. I can do YouTube ads, I can do Facebook ads, but if I'm just doing a post, so,
Can you do a post that's commercially oriented?
yes, yeah. In fact, they highly encourage that.
Yes.
Yeah, because they make money with that. So,
I always thought that,
right.
we should do a YouTube video on what we're doing here, and then thousands of people will be looking at it.
sure, sure. Yeah, YouTube is a great way to get traffic.
That's awesome.
You can do things like, so what is your business, by the way?
It's transportation.
Okay.
Mostly tours here in the San Ynez Valley.
Okay, so,
It's a limousine service.
perfect, okay,
Delivery service.
yeah. Yeah. So, you can show off your limousines on YouTube. Yeah.
What some of the wineries are all about. and blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
absolutely. Those are great ways to take advantage of free marketing. And then you can promote those too. If you want to promote those videos to be seen, like you see videos that pop up before the video that you watch, and you got to wait to hit skip. Yeah, there. Yeah.
That's where the paid advertising part comes.
Yeah, yeah. So you can do that, and those are highly effective, especially because you can have those show up on your competitors' videos. Yeah.
Does that cost more?
No, it doesn't cost more. Yeah.
People
Yeah.
commenting all the time, yeah,
Has this helped anybody?
yes, tremendously.
Anybody have any ideas for their business that maybe came
What's the button?
for WordPress? About
Yeah, for WordPress, but that little button on the mobile site.
is call button something? I mean, yeah, I don't know, but I can have it for you at the class. I'll be showing real life stuff. I'll be able to show you the behind the scenes of websites and whatever we want to look at.
Is it Jack?
Yes,
Oh, hi Jack, I'm Mark.
Mark.
Totally off subject, but have you ever heard of, heard it on the radio on a DJ talking about funding these sites, basically, where you can present your idea and people will give you money for it?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's Kickstarter, Indiegogo, these type
I
of
just was
these.
not
Yeah,
familiar with that.
yeah.
It may not be related to what you're talking about, but it's kind of cool. You
I know
put
a
your
guy-
idea out there and people give you money.
Yeah. I know a guy on, I think it was, I don't know if it was Kickstarter or Indiegogo, but he wanted to get solar panels for the roof of his RV, and he asked for people to help him fund that.
Yes.
And he needed $600, and he ended up raising $3,600.
Yeah, right, there you
Yeah.
go, good example.
Mhm.
One guy wanted a plane fare to go to Florida to keep an eye on his girlfriend. Because it was cheating on him and he
Sure.
got it.
Sure.
Story.
All right. So,
Okay,
go ahead. Yeah.
On the YouTube, I know like you said, you have the ads, sometimes you gotta wait for the skip ad, but
Sure.
there's some that won't even allow that, like you just have to let it play through, does that cost more probably?
Yeah, there's different ways to have your ads show up. If you say, "Hey YouTube, I'm only going to pay you for ads that are for full, for people to watch my full video," then the YouTube has a choice of whether they make it a skip or you have to watch the whole thing. Usually also based on how long it is too. So if you say, "Hey, I only want to pay for videos where you show my whole video and my video is only a minute long," then they could have that. That's more likely to show up ahead of time than some of the other ones.
I think the video owner, the channel owner, on whom the videos are showing can select. At least the last time I did it, you could choose whether or not you wanted the ad to take over, or just a little pop-up at the bottom.
Yes, and you can choose the whole aspect, whether you want to monetize your videos or not. You know, like the cake lady who's getting between $2 and $6 per 1,000 videos. So, anybody have a calculator, handy? Okay. So multiply take 900,000 divided by 1,000. I don't know if I really need that step, but and then multiply it by 3.
2,700.
So $2,700 for that video, and it's continuing to make money. You know, I mean, it's like, so YouTube pays monthly for the video views, so you can totally monetize that. So I'll stay here until they kick us out. I mean, or until the next presenter comes in. But I think they're supposed to cut a ribbing or something. So, yeah. Good. Everybody happy?